so pleased that you joined us today for commencement for this very special occasion. There's going to be plenty of time to continue to visit, and we want you to just have a great time at Ferris State University. Okay? But I have the opportunity to introduce someone who you care deeply about and who means very much to Ferris. And there are very few people that I know who've been a student at Ferris twice, a faculty member, program director, a national consultant. In fact, joined our foundation board, and when we really needed a foundation board chair, Dick was foundation board chair. He did so much for the university, and he helped us with our comprehensive campaign, our Now and Always, and I think single-handedly he's raised 30+ endowments in the HVAC industry for us. But this is a fellow who truly loves Ferris, and whenever I'm with him, he's trying to see how he can help our university and help our students. So I want to introduce you to someone, Dr. Dick Shaw.
I've still got to behave. I don't have that degree yet. We've got a lot of work yet to do today, but we can handle it. And I've got two special people here with me, Andrew and Elliot. So if I need help. And they brought their parents with them today. Well, this is a tremendous honor. It's overwhelming. It's humbling. And Patsy would agree with me that I did my best to hold Dave off on this over a casual dinner, but Dave prevailed. And I couldn't be happier. This is a very, very special day for me. But what really makes it special is your friends. And a lot of my really good friends are here. And, some are at Ferris, tailgating friends at Michigan and Ferris. Friends that I travel with, students, former students, and there's a pair right here, the most colorful people in the building. John and Mary Garbowing. John was in the first class that I taught. But I was reflecting back to, I've had an opportunity to reflect back quite a bit because of all the PR and press releases they had to put together and so forth, all the write-ups and podcasts, etc. I was reflecting back the fact that when I came here for my bachelor's degree, I had my associate's degree, and then I was drafted in the military, and family friends said, you ever thought about using your GI Bill? Well, that's a novel idea. So I came back for my bachelor's, and I had no intention of being in public education. And one of the reasons was that I had too many buddies that when they got out of high school, they went to school, and then they kept going to school, so they wouldn't get drafted. And that wasn't me. So, but I didn't have a good taste for public education at that time. So my intention was to go back to training because I really enjoyed training. I had my associate's degree in refrigeration, and in the Army, in a refrigeration platoon, I was able to work with younger people because I was 21. A lot of them were 18. And work with them with in helping their training with refrigeration. And then in industry, I always enjoyed training. So my intention was after I graduated my bachelor's would be to go back to industry and work in training. But I just was overwhelmed with how much fun it was to teach young people, and they weren't that much younger than I. But it was rewarding from day one, and it was guys like John and his classmates and so forth. Or maybe it was the fact that I didn't want to move again. I don't know. I stayed, and I'm so glad. And after we retired, my wife and I retired in '98, and we were ready. We were ready to. We were young. You know, I was 54 and she was 45. But we were ready to get away from Ferris, and it was the best thing we ever did. We traveled the country, traveled and traveled and traveled, and when we started to slow down on the traveling, I was approached relative to the foundation, and the second best thing I ever did was to come back and get engaged at Ferris with the foundation. It really is. And that engagement is, well, I wouldn't be standing here today if it wasn't for that. But it's just so rewarding, the work that we do with under the leadership of Dave and where'd Karen Weber go? There, and Karen Weber over here. Karen Weber is the advancement officer that I've worked with for the last 5 years, 6.
Yeah.
And then there's another gal back here that she looks so good in retirement, it's Carla Miller. Stand up, Carla. Stand up, Carla. Please. So between working with Carla and Karen and lots of good people, we've had a lot of fun, and the rewards of that fun will be the real rewards will be here forever and beyond us, because they will be endowments that will forever help students, and that's what we're here for. That's what Ferris is here for. So thank you all of my friends. Thank you all the people that are here. You all mean so much to me, and I couldn't be a luckier or more blessed guy in the world standing right here. Thank you.
I think I've done a number of these, and I don't think I've ever seen that happen. Good feeling being in this room is common. I'm going to read the citation that we're used for Richard Shaw, Honorary Degree, Doctor of Industry. Whereas Richard Dick Shaw, a United States Army veteran who proudly served their country as a refrigerant specialist, and after being honorably discharged, began your distinguished career in the heating, ventilation, air conditioning, and refrigeration industry. Whereas your leadership and expertise have widely influenced students throughout your 27-year career at Ferris as a faculty member and administrator, and after retirement from Ferris, you continue your highly successful career as an instructor and consultant in the HVACR industry. Whereas you have given of your time and talents to serve many state and national professional affiliations, including the American Society of Heating, Refrigeration, and Air Conditioning Engineers, the Air Conditioning Contractors of America, and the Geothermal Heat Pump Consortium, and received the National American Contractors of America Spirit of Independence Award, the highest individual award in the indoor environment profession. Whereas you've devoted much time to ensuring minority representation in the profession, receiving recognition from the Minority Industry Partnership Program for your work in promoting minorities in the HVACR field, and whereas at Ferris you were named a Ferris Distinguished Alumnus and have devoted significant time to serving on the Ferris Foundation Board of Directors, and now an always comprehensive campaign cabinet, in addition to extraordinary philanthropic efforts helping to establish endowed scholarships from industry partners, alumni, and friends, in addition to establishing the Richard L. Shaw HVACR Scholarship Endowment, the Richard L. Shaw Hockey Program Endowment, the Richard L. Shaw Football Scholarship Endowment, and the Richard L. Shaw Athletic Endowment. Now therefore be it resolved that the Board of Trustees of Ferris State University offers to you its sincere gratitude and takes great pride in conferring upon you the honorary degree, Doctor of Industry, all the rights and privileges thereunto pertaining. Given the 7th day of May, 2022, Big Rapids, Michigan, and signed by our board chair, Anna P. Seibel, and myself as president of Ferris State University. Congratulations, Dave. What we do is we take the photograph that we received from the honorary degree recipient. We have this wonderful artist who makes a pen and ink drawing for this. This is for you.
He looks younger.
Please enjoy yourself, have a great time, and we're going to look forward to celebrating at commencement.
Shaw Athletic Endowment. Now, therefore, be it resolved that the Board of Trustees of Ferris State University offers to you its sincere gratitude and takes great pride in conferring upon you the Honorary Doctorate, Doctor of Industry, with all rights and privileges thereunto pertaining.
Richard Shaw, Ferris State University is privileged to pay tribute to you today by virtue of the laws of the state of Michigan and the authority vested in me by the Board of Trustees of Ferris State University, and with the sincere good wishes of the faculty and students of this university, I confer upon you the honorary degree, Doctor of Industry, with all the rights and privileges therein. As a symbol of this recognition, we invest you with this doctoral hood. And present you with this diploma. I proudly present to you Dr. Richard Shaw.
Thank you, President Dr. Eisler, trustees, Provost Dr. Fleshman, Dean Staley, faculty members, families, former students, friends, staff, and most importantly, the Ferris College of Engineering and Technology graduating class of 2022. It is a humble honor to address this graduating class on this memorable occasion. Congratulations. It has been 59 years since I sat where you are today. After working in the HVACR industry, serving in the military, and more industry work, I returned to Ferris using my GI Bill to obtain a bachelor's degree, followed by my master's degree at the University of Michigan. The remaining years consisted of teaching, program director, professor emeritus, HVACR engineering technology, and finally serving on and past chair of the Ferris Foundation, working with university advancement to secure student endowments that help recruit and assist students financially to Ferris forever. So when President Eisler shocked and overwhelmed me during a casual dinner, I humbly accepted this opportunity. The next morning, with it still sinking in, I reflected that, good God, it took me well over a decade to attain my graduate degree, and you're going to give me a doctor's degree in just a few mere hours? Man, that's like money from home when Dad and Mom didn't have any. So here I am. Instead of merely offering a follow your heart speech, I want to share some of my life's 7 quotes and quips that helped keep myself, students, and friends that listened in the middle of the road. Number 1, care. Care about all people, work, family, friends, and colleagues, every day of your life. How much you care about others will affect your success. A good example, teaching and learning are not synonymous. Learning only happens when your students know you care. Number 2, the harder I work, the luckier I get. That sign hung over my desk for many years. Recruiting in Westland near Detroit, I used that quote when talking to students. An instructor took note, wrote it down, made a sign, and sent it to me. Together, we recruited a few students to Ferris who graduated and have done very well for themselves and their families. They worked harder, they got luckier. Number 3, if you get up in the morning and don't want to go to work, or you come home from work and can't say you learned something, don't go back. It's time for a change. If the change can't happen in your current position, find a different one. Make the changes to continue growing and enjoying where you're going to spend over 1/3 of your life. Number 5, big chief at night, big chief in the morning. There was not an 8 o'clock class I ever taught that quip wasn't mellowed out. Oh, and 2 students missing? That equals a quiz. Take out your pencil and paper. I vividly recall where that originated too. My father. He would open my brother and I's bedroom door and sternly say, with what seemed like every Saturday and Sunday, big chief at night, big chief in the morning. Sis would easily hear it also, and at that point we had a choice. Be in the car in 15 minutes to head to the Christmas tree and pine tree farm, or meet the Lord that day. And it seemed that the later we got home the night before, the earlier Dad's call came. 6, it's not the money you make, it's the money your money makes. Find a bank early. Pay yourself first. Invest and compound the nest of your rewards. 7, all ships leak. Adversity. If you haven't, you will find it. It stings, it hurts, but just get up, brush yourself off, and get going. It happens to all of us too. You'll make mistakes also. Own it. Fix it. Apologize, move on. These 7 quotes and quips can help keep you in the middle of the road for success in your career and in life. Ferris. 137 years ago, Woodbridge wrote in the first catalog advertising the Big Rapids Industrial School, quote, an institution that prepares young men and women for actual duties of life, unquote. That still says it precisely. Ferris has given you the foundation and applications, hands-on, of a higher, HIRE education. Finally, you're about to become alumni Bulldogs. Wear the Bulldog proudly. Come back to campus. Come back for a football tailgate, game, and help bring another national championship home to Ferris. And as Bulldogs, we need to give back to Ferris. And we're all recruiters of new students. You left a seat open and a lab that needs students to take your seat. We're all recruiters. So with that, Bulldogs.
Bulldogs.
Ah, come on, we can do better than that. Bulldogs. 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 Recruit. Bulldogs. Thank you.